This is a review of the Anker Astro 3 external battery. You can charge most small mobile devices with the Astro 3, such as cell phones, cameras, camcorders, tablets, portable gaming systems, GPS devices, etc. The Astro 3 comes with an AC charger, one USB cable with the most common USB Mini B connector for 5-volt power, one USB cable with an adaptable end for 5-volt power, one cable for 9-volt or 12-volt power, 12 5-volt adapters, 6 adapters for 9-volt or 12-volt power cables, and a bag. Since you will probably only be using a couple of the adapters and cables on a regular basis, keep these in the bag and store the rest of the adapters. The device is 3 inches by 5 inches, the same size as a typical 3x5 note card. So it fits in my hand, a coat pocket, or khaki pants pocket. There are two 5-volt charging USB outputs and one 9 or 12-volt output. The USB charging outputs are 5 volts, which is the maximum voltage for a USB output by the USB standard. You can use both USB or even all 3 outputs at the same time. If using both USB charging outputs simultaneously, the combined output will be 2 amperes, so potentially your devices could charge twice as slow. If using all 3 outputs, the combined current will be 2.3 amperes, so charging could be considerably slowed. Port I is for Apple devices. Port S is for Samsung Galaxy devices. If you have one of these devices, use the labeled port to avoid overcharging. Otherwise, it makes no difference which USB charging port you use. The Astro 3 shuts off when input current to your device is below 80 milliamperes, protecting your device from overcharging. When using the third charging output, which is the 9 or 12-volt output, see what the input voltage is to your device. This will either be the labeled input on the device you are charging, or the output on the device's AC adapter. If you don't know, use 9 volts. The switch on the chrome of the Astro 3 changes the output to 9 volts or 12 volts. The 4 lights indicate battery life: 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% capacity. The advertised charge capacity is 10,000 milliampere hours. For most small devices, the battery capacity will be rated in milliampere hours. To put this in perspective, let's consider the charge capacity for some common devices you could be charging with this external battery. Batteries for cell phones with large screens typically range from 1500 milliampere hours to 3000 milliampere hours. So this battery is 3 to 6 times that a typical battery for a cell phone with a large screen. In particular, the Samsung Note 2 battery capacity is 3100 milliampere hours, and my HTC Evo 4G battery capacity is 1500 milliampere hours. You should get 2 to 4 full charges for a large screen cell phone. Batteries for small cameras and camcorders are typically 1000 milliampere hours to 1500 milliampere hours. So this battery is 6 to 10 times larger capacity than a small camera or camcorder. You should get 4 to 6 full charges for small cameras and camcorders. My Sony Cybershot battery capacity is 1200 milliampere hours, and my Creative Labs Vadu HD camcorder battery capacity is 1050 milliampere hours. For larger devices, such as tablets and laptops, it is more common for the battery capacity to be specified in watt-hours. The Anker Astro 3 external battery's rated capacity is 37 watt-hours. To put this in perspective, let's consider some common devices again. My Asus ePad Transformers battery capacity is 24 watt-hours, so the Astro 3 capacity is about 1.5 times as big. You should get 1 full charge for a similar tablet. I was able to charge the Creative Labs Vadu HD camcorder, my Sony Cybershot camera/camcorder, my Sony PlayStation Portable, my Garmin Nuvi, and my wife's LG Lotus. I was very excited that this may be able to charge my laptops, but alas, most laptops input are 19 volts, and your choices with the Anker Astro 3 external battery are 5 volts, 9 volts, and 12 volts, and none of the adapters fit any of my 4 laptops. So unless you have an unusual laptop, this device is probably not for charging laptops. In summary, this is a great device to have if you are moving around a lot. You can charge 5 volts, 9 volts, or 12 volt devices, and the Astro 3 comes with lots of adapters to fit common devices. It's real handy to leave in the car. Just recently, my Sony Cybershot camera battery died while my son and I were sledding, but I had the Astro 3 in the car. So I charged the camera for an hour with the Astro 3 and was able to get in all the good videos before we left. Now that I have discovered the Astro 3, it is a must-have. I give it 5 stars.